Hello and welcome back to Hail to the Deadites. So it's been a bit since it's just been me and you having one of these sit-down chats where we talk about Evil Dead news. It's been great lately. We're talking to all kinds of people in the Evil Dead Strativerse, whatever that word is. We were on Evil Dead Italia, if you hadn't seen that. We've had a ton of guests on the show lately, like the past 3 weeks or something, so check those episodes out if you haven't already. But I thought it would be nice, since the anniversary of Rise was just a couple days ago, that for old time's sakes, just you and I would sit down and just look at some of the stuff that's going on in the Evil Dead world. Because it's been a bit since I've done a bonus episode. It's been a really long time, which is good because that means there's lots of stuff happening on the channel that isn't just me trying to find news to cover when there's just like dead air in Evil Dead world. So anyways, the first thing I want to share with you is a statement from Sebastian Vanacek, who will be directing the next Evil Dead spin-off. This was in an interview with comicbook.com, I think for his new movie, Infested. There's a lot of spider movies coming out right now, and I'm getting them really confused, and it's sort of been my downfall about how many spider movies there are coming out right now that I'm getting mixed up. And also, on top of spider movies, the Spider-Man movies are back in theaters. Which is really cool. Go Sam Raimi. Anyways, in this interview with comicbook.com, Sebastian Vanacek says, I need to have strong characters, I need to have a big statement. I need to have an intelligent movie or smart movie. And after, as soon as I have this, I will be able to do something crazy and with lots of Deadites and things like that, and to have a really strong movie. But I need to have this really strong basis, and I think that strong basis is in Sam Raimi's work, so I'm trying to take the best of every part of even that. So this could obviously be paraphrased. I think French is probably his first language because there is a lot of repetition of adjectives. I think that's what an adjective is. But anyways, it sounds a lot like his movie is going to be similar to the original trilogy. He's not doing any sort of continuation of Fede's movie or Lee's movie or of the show, which I think is good because I think the Evil Dead really thrives in original stories. So I'm really interested to see what his movie's gonna be. It's still in very early pre-production, not out till probably late 2025, early 2026, so still a while away, but it's cool to document these little snippets of what the film will be leading up to it, and then hopefully we're in the press coverage for it and stuff, and that'd be super cool. But yeah, very interested to see this. Very interested to watch his movie Infested, which is coming out on Shudder this Friday, I think. Worldwide. If you get Shudder, you'll probably get it. I think it's a Shudder original. But I'm interested to watch that, and from that, see what his Evil Dead movie would be like, just based off of his filmmaking. Okay, so moving on from that, I'm a Taylor Swift fan. Sorry if you guys are haters. I don't care. Anyways, Fangoria did these two really funny pictures for the day her new album came out. The Tortured Deadites department, and then Mommy's with the Maggots Now. And even all the song names on the side are Evil Dead references. I love this so much, and I needed to share it with you guys because it's really good. Okay, moving on from that, Fright Rags has a new Evil Dead collection out, so go get some. Come get some. I would say come get some if I worked for Fright Rags or was sponsored by them, but I'm not. So go get some. I love the cup. I would love to have little drinks out of that cup. I love the buttons. I love that they're remaking the Book of the Dead pin that they would have given out at the original premiere. I think that's really cool. I love the original logo pins, stuff like that. It's really cool. I like the shirt too, but the pins in the cup are what I am particularly a fan of. Then after that, Waxword Records has their Evil Dead 2 soundtrack up for pre-order again. I think it's with a black and blue and black and green hand pour. Here's some pictures of what that would look like. That's the black and blue one, and then this is the black and green one. I'm on their website now, and it looks like it's still available, so go get that if you want it. If you're someone that listens to a lot of movie soundtracks on vinyl, super cool collector's item to have, I would say. So a little bit of game news, which was not that hasn't happened in a while. The last game news we got was we're fucking shutting content creation down for it. So they've said, hello, we need to do some maintenance on the game servers this week. The game will be unavailable from Tuesday, which is today, till this weekend, and they'll keep us updated A lot of people are like, oh shit, they're coming back and they're gonna put content in it. No, unfortunately, I think they're just doing a big patch, a big bug fix, so that they can leave the game on its own life support and they won't have to do more recent bug fixes, because obviously it's been a bit since they did the last update, even for bugs and patch notes or whatever. So this is probably just a big band-aid to put over some stuff so that they stop getting so many tickets about the same issues that they haven't resolved yet. Before we get into anniversary stuff, I totally missed the anniversary of Fede Alvarez's Evil Dead movie, and he tweeted a bunch of never-before-seen behind-the-scenes photos, and I didn't get a video in time to cover them. So I'm going to show them to you now. So this was the first one, and this is how they shot the first drop of blood falling on Jane Levy's head. And then this is the guy that plays Eric, just looking rough, getting direction obviously, but still kind of staying in character, I'm assuming. Then we've got Mia versus the Abomination, behind the scenes shot. Probably not a practice run, this was probably the legit thing. Then we've got Mia again. I'm not as familiar with this movie as I am the other ones, so I don't know this exact moment. Sorry. But then we've got Mia, and that's Fede in the background, just giving her some direction and stuff. Then we've got David? David? Is that his name? I think so. Just before a take starts or whatever. Then we've got the whole gang, question mark? No, we've got a brother and sister, and then Fede's there. There's a dog wrangler here. And then someone else in the background. This is just them getting some direction or whatever. It's really cool to see these. And then one more was just Eric looking at the Necronomicon. Okay, so now moving on to Evil Dead Rise anniversary stuff. The first post we are going to look at is from Alyssa Sutherland, who played Ellie in the movie. So we've got a shot here of, this is just from the movie, I think. This was just the cover photo for it. We've got her here in like a blue morph suit. I think maybe this might be some of the Marauder part. Loving the garland of headless Barbies right here. Not quite sure on the backstory of that, but I do think it's really funny. Then we've got her and, what's his name? Danny. We've got Ellie and Danny here, and then producer or PA in the background, not sure who this is. Then we've got Lee and Cassie and Beth and Danny in this picture. This looks like a behind-the-scenes production still of the kids. Then we've got a shot here of Lily getting her makeup done. This looks like one of the practice shots for the tub scene. There she is outside covered in blood, eating a jelly-filled donut, which is very, very fitting, especially because it looks like she's absolutely covered in blood and probably isn't allowed to use her hands. And then, what is this here? Looks like they were putting more blood on her or something. Not quite sure. Moving on from that, Gabrielle Eccles, who played Bridget. Pictures of the monitor in Video Village, as it would be, her and Morgan Davies, who plays Danny. Nell Fisher, I think her name is, who played Cassie, and Gabrielle. Need to know the context of this picture. Rob Tappert in a sequined rainbow jacket. Need to know, whose jacket is this? Why was he wearing it? It's so funny. I love it. Then we've got one of the family photos here that you can probably see in the background of the movie. Really cute. Interesting to see what the dad looks like, because we don't actually see him in the movie. And then we've got a little scene here with Beth and Gabrielle before they start setting up a scene. Then finally, we've got some photos from the man himself, Lee Cronin. This is one of the neighbors with his eye chewed out. I mean, it's still there in this, but in the movie it's gone. Then we've got just a couple of dudes under the sun, maybe after wrapping, I'm not sure. This looks like some crew and cast. Lily and Alyssa's head here, obviously prepping for the Marauder kill scene, I would say. And then we've got the Marauder here. This is from the opening of the movie. And then there's the gang in the elevator. I love that they have dumbwaiters on. I think those are what they're called. Are those what the overalls are called that you wear in the water? Dumbwaiters? So I asked you guys on the Instagram today if you had any questions and answers for me to answer in this video, and I got one. It is from IG Dev Official, who is a well-known Evil Dead fan. He says, how do you feel about Betsy Baker on the costume photo ops she's doing now? So I hadn't heard of this, but then I went looking on the Evil Dead, the ladies of the Evil Dead Facebook page, And actually, Dev is in this photo himself. So I guess at Comic-Cons now, Betsy Baker is dressing up as Linda for photo ops, which is absolutely hilarious. She's got the contact lenses in. I'm surprised that she even did that, especially the torture of putting them in. I mean, I guess they're more like real contact lenses now instead of like glass ones, but man, I love that she's doing this. I think that's so cool. And then we've got Hal Denrich and Teresa Tilly in this photo. I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool that she's embracing it, like in her like late 60s, early 70s, like putting the makeup on and doing the pictures like this. I think it's really cool and really special, and I'm really jealous that I won't get to have a photo with Betsy Baker with her makeup on. I mean, I got to do a podcast episode with her, so that's kind of like irreplaceable, and I have a signed picture of her right there that a former coworker got at a convention for me. So I feel very lucky in that sense, but very jealous I won't get to meet her in person probably. So that's all I have for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Not sure when our next episode is going to be, so I guess I'll see you then. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment telling me your favorite piece of news I shared with you today. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your week and stay groovy.